The rain began not with thunder, but with a whisper, a gentle sigh from the sky that touched the roof like fingertips on piano keys. It was the kind of rain that didn't rush to be noticed, but simply was falling quietly, endlessly, like a secret the heavens wanted to share only with those who stayed awake to listen. Inside a small cottage at the edge of the forest, a candle flickered beside a window streaked with silver lines of water. The air smelled of wet earth and chamomile tea, and in that golden half-light, a man sat before the fire, the storyteller. His hair, now streaked with gray, caught the glow like threads of twilight. He waited, as he always did when it rained. The rain was his companion, his muse, his audience. It listened without interruption, without judgment, and when he spoke, his voice blended with the rhythm of the falling drops, weaving words that seemed born from the storm itself. Once, he began, his tones soft, deliberate. There was a castle that forgot how to dream. He closed his eyes and saw it, the image that had lived within him for years. A lonely fortress cloaked in ivy, surrounded by endless rain. Inside, a creature wandered, half man, half sorrow, who had once been known as the Beast. But this was not the fairy tale children knew. No dancing teapots, no singing candlesticks. This was a different kind of story, one meant for grown hearts, tired of pretending that every love story ends in sunshine. In this telling, beauty was not a maiden of flawless grace, but a woman who had seen the world break itself and still found the strength to hope. She came not to save the Beast, but to understand him and, perhaps, in doing so, understand herself. The storyteller's voice deepened as thunder murmured somewhere beyond the hills. She came during the rain, he said, when the castle was nothing but a shadow in the storm. She carried a lantern, and the light trembled in her hands. Each step she took was a promise that she would not run away. The rain outside thickened, as if it wanted to remember too. He leaned closer to the fire. The Beast did not roar when he saw her. He only watched. His eyes, wild once, were quiet now, like lakes after the storm. He had forgotten how to speak, and she did not ask for words. Silence. The rain filled the spaces between sentences. The storyteller's eyes softened. He was no longer just telling the story. He was inside it. The firelight danced across his face, showing the faintest smile, the smile of someone who has known both love and loss and found beauty in both. He continued almost in a whisper. Beauty set down her lantern and said, "You do not frighten me." And for the first time in years, the Beast felt the echo of something that might have been peace. The storyteller took a sip of his cooling tea, and his reflection trembled in the cup. Rain and man, past and present, story and storyteller blending into one. Outside, the forest exhaled. The rain fell slower now, gentler, as if the world itself was listening. He looked to the window and smiled faintly. "Rain," he murmured, "you've always known how to listen, haven't you?" The night stretched on, soft and infinite. Somewhere in the distance, an owl called out, and the wind shifted through the trees like a sigh. The storyteller leaned back in his chair, the story still alive in his chest. He knew it wasn't finished, not yet. The rain would have more to say before the dawn. And as the last candle burned low, he whispered one final line before sleep took him. Every story begins with rain, because rain remembers what the heart forgets, the sound of becoming whole again. Thank you for listening with me tonight. If this story brought you a moment of peace, I'd be so grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe for more stories told by the rain. Stay cozy, and I'll see you again soon.